A mad scramble back into the courthouse for the close of this epic trial. 10 months and 750,000 pages of evidence later, Robert Willie Pickton is guilty of second-degree murder on all 6 counts. Family and friends of the victims relieved, while Pickton is rushed away.
Police are refusing tonight to put a timeline on possible charges in the murder of popular school principal Shemana Herji. The unsettling story of murder and suicide is unfolding tonight in a neighborhood filled with million-dollar mansions. 5 members of the same family were found dead inside their home, one of them believed to be a young child.
Witnesses say Heron walked into the Mission Hospital and into his estranged wife's room. It's alleged Heron then fatally shot both his wife, Sherry Heron, and her mother, Anna Adams, before walking out of the hospital and into a waiting car.
They are unforgettable, heinous crimes where entire families are wiped out by one mad killer, often a member of the same family. BC has several horror stories now, like when Jay Handel killed all 6 of his children in Quetzino on northern Vancouver Island before unsuccessfully trying to kill himself. At Black Creek on Vancouver Island, David John Gorton bludgeons to death 1 woman and 4 children.
We got the whole main floor of this place is going up.
In North Vancouver, a father herds his 4 children upstairs and shoots them, sets the house on fire, and then shoots himself. BC's worst mass murder of a family happened 11 years ago at a pre-wedding event. A jealous husband with a gun, Mark Shahal, killed 8 people before killing himself.
Even though women may leave a relationship and go to a transition house, their partners may know where they work. And so unless they quit their job, the workplace has a role to play in terms of creating safety for people, both for the potential victim, but also for the co-workers.
Yeah, I've logged short and logged and worked in sawmills, and I've been an MLA. And I've never been part of any conversation by an employer or a group of people about what goes on inside the family.
Plant after plant after plant is closing. There was stress on the family. In this society, it's all about the individual. If you don't have a paycheck, you're hooped. The stress on the family when they don't have money is enormous.
Layoffs and unemployment are huge risk factors for family violence. The stress caused by unemployment, especially for men, where a strong part of the identity is associated with working and with bringing home income, that can really be a huge risk factor for increasing violence in the home.
We have members that work in smaller communities, resource-based communities, where oftentimes access to help is not readily available. And if we can say, look, you should be aware of this, and as union activists, interacting with the employers, can we take steps to help people? If alarm bells are going off, where do we access resources to get these people in, and how do we do it confidentially? How do we open the door for any person in the family?
There should be a policy in any significant place of employment that employers ought to have an obligation, not necessarily a legal one, but a moral obligation to have someone who is able to deal with these kinds of issues and make it known that there is someone at the workplace, easily accessible to deal with these issues.
There's a lot of people in the workplace that can help. There's the natural leadership in the workplace, people who care, who spend their lives caring about people.
It is about being respectful. It is about having programs in place. It is about not diminishing or disparaging complaints. For example, of a domestic abuse situation. It is about taking seriously complaints that are made, even if they're from a third party, and being willing to investigate that in a respectful way and making sure that they're in touch with the right resources. So attitudes are everything. They do trickle down from the top. Everybody plays a part in the solution, but I would hope that every workplace has a situation where every employee would feel free in coming on forward and saying, I'm being victimized, or my friend is being victimized and she needs help, or my friend is an abuser and he needs help. Because one of the ways that we stop the violence is helping the abuser make better choices as well. And employers have to be open to that, and it will be a better workplace if there are programs in place and attitudes in place that welcome that sort of information.